This is a First Alert Weather Special Report.
Hey there, I'm First Alert meteorologist Scott Padgett. Yes, it is a First Alert weather day because of this. You know it already. This is a live look. We're looking north, actually, from the World Trade Center, and you can barely see the buildings of the city because our air quality is awful because of the smoke sticking around. We want to switch a camera here. Now we're going to be looking east, trying to look over Brooklyn, and you can barely see it as well. A little bit of the building showing up there, but this is just indicative of the smoke that is hanging out in the atmosphere. We're going to try to now look west to the city from Long Island City, and as we switch that camera, we're trying to switch it, so you can see some of the buildings showing up a little bit better, but it is that filtered sunshine. We are dealing with really poor air quality around the tri-state. So let's talk a little bit more about what we're seeing right now on the visible satellite. And you can see it's not picking up on the smoke well, but we are dealing with very poor air quality. It's unhealthy for most of us. You can see all of the dots here and around parts of the city, that red dot indicating it's unhealthy. If it was in the orange area, and we do have some of that close to the city, unhealthy for sensitive groups. But look at this, up to parts of Wisconsin, Minnesota, the UP of Michigan, it's very unhealthy to hazardous because the fires burning in Canada and that air continuing to pull that smoke down here into the tri-state. This is what we expect as we go through the remainder of the afternoon hours. Notice that purple color rotating through. It's extreme as far as the smoke is concerned. And then even for your Friday morning, we're going to be dealing with more smoke holding together, eventually then thinning its way on out. I want to close this down real fast and talk about the air quality real quick. It's going to pop up here next to me. And as we look at this is what we're looking at. We are dealing with the air quality, at least right now, about 111, 110. It's unhealthy for sensitive groups to almost the unhealthy category, but the forecast as we go through the remainder of the afternoon, air quality about 200 on the way. That's why we're breaking in here to let you know about this First Alert Weather Day. I'm going to continue the coverage over on our stream. Lonnie will have more coming up today at 4, and of course, all of the latest information on CBS News New York today at 5. Hope to see you then.
This has been a First Alert Weather Special Report.
Okay, we're continuing our coverage here on this First Alert Weather Day on the stream, and we are dealing with poor air quality across the tri-state. A lot of us have been wearing masks. It's great to do so because look outside. This is, again, from Long Island City looking west into the city. What's our air quality index looking at right now? So let's pop that up. It's 82 degrees. We have the haze and the smoke around. Air quality index 110 to 111 at last check, but in other parts of the city, it's even higher than that. So we are dealing with this air quality alert remaining in place until midnight tonight. Let's pop up the box here next to me, and I want to talk about actually popping up the visibilities real quick. Thank you, Matt, our weather producer. We were talking about this. Look at some of the visibilities right now. Upper East Side, it's only 3 miles of visibility. 5 in Edison, seeing 3 further north and west you go in Kingston, even out through parts of Long Island, 6 miles to near 3 miles. So we are dealing with poor visibility and unhealthy breathing conditions. All right, let's drop that and show you what I'm talking about. And we have this First Alert Weather Day in place through the day today. And the reason is we are dealing with this poor air quality because of the wildfire smoke and the forecast possibly of an air quality index more than 200 later this afternoon to the evening hours. That is unhealthy for all of us. Right now, it is 82 degrees in Central Park. You see that visibility of 3 miles. Even though we have winds gusting up to 22, that's not blowing the smoke on out of here. It feels like 85, so we're not as hot as where we were yesterday. Thankfully, that front moved through. We have 85 in the Battery, 87 in Newark, but it's 80 in Monticello. But look at this. Further to the south, the front hasn't made its way all the way through. It is 92 in Toms River. When you factor in the humidity, it feels like 101. Feels like 92 in Edison. So it depends on where you live, depending on how bad it feels out there. You have the heat, and then you're also dealing with the smoke. Look at this, the air quality index right now, and these dots right there, the red color indicating that it is unhealthy. When you're in the yellow color, it's moderate, but we have a lot of those red dots now popping up. And as I widen out the view, look at this, to the north and west through Michigan, Wisconsin, UP, also stretching into parts of Minnesota. It's very unhealthy to hazardous. The air quality index in some of those spots I was checking earlier, about 800 to 1,000 or higher in some spots because the fires are burning north of Minnesota and Canada. So that wildfire smoke rotates its way on through, the purple color indicating extreme. As we go into tomorrow morning, you notice it starts to break down a bit, but still the smoke will be sticking around, might hang out a little bit longer in the forecast. So please keep that in mind. Then our First Alert 3-day forecast shows for your Friday, it's better air quality. We're going 85. a little bit more sunshine peeking out, not that hazy filtered yellow sunshine, even though when you draw it as a kid, it is yellow. On Saturday, we're going to have, though, another first alert weather day. Want to alert you already to the fact of downpours and some thunderstorms. We could deal with some flash flooding on Saturday. Then on Sunday, we see 83 degrees, a morning chance of rain. Sunday is your better weekend day. So air quality, very poor right now. Could get worse as we go into the late afternoon to then the evening hours. That's why we're continuing to update you here on this first alert weather day. Remember, always stay with us here at CBS New York, CBSNewYork.com for the latest air quality index numbers. We'll have another update coming up today at 4. Lonnie, the whole entire team having updates, of course, today in the news at 5 o'clock. Hope to see you there.
This has been a First Alert Weather Special Report.